Big, big chungus. Sorry, I had that song stuck in my head because my friend kept singing it on her stream. Welcome back to Minecraft. It's Minecraft time. Okay. It's been a long time. Half a month or so since I have uh streamed. Um if I remember correctly, our next goal was to do these two pieces of the map. That is what I will do. I don't know if I put these trees here at the last stream, but I did. Uh, so yeah. Um, let me see. I don't remember exactly what. See, I'm in this one. This is map 1. Okay. See, I didn't die, thankfully. I've just been chilling and grilling. Uh, I'm healthier. Um, I was apprehensive to the whole um the whole change in diet, but I realized that if I just stay cognizant of, what I was putting into my body, um, things wouldn't turn out so bad, and they haven't. I've barely gained any weight. I mean, again, the weight I have gained has seemingly just been muscle since, I'm eating a lot more protein, like a gym bro. Um, so it's really just staying in the middle of things. I don't know if it means anything, but if anyone out there is struggling with weight issues, just be mindful of what you're putting in as you're dieting. Uh, and also when you're maintaining and building, if you're building. So that's the short of it. And that's really it. I mean, there's no secret. I mean, it's just, dumb decisions and you learn from it. And we keep learning. As for what I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. I'm getting through with my 4th playthrough of the DLC, although I haven't gotten to the DLC yet. I'm doing a Crucible build. And then after that, I am planning to stream the 5th playthrough, which will be a lore playthrough. And then after that, I'll do my other playthrough with Poison, because I want to do a Poison playthrough. That'll be like way after the low run because I want to play other games too myself. Okay, this seems like a good spot. Oh hey, Desk Rabbit. Drabbit. I have no other names. Those are the only two names I have for you. Yeah, Drabbit. I know, I'm so good at making names. Uh, I'm just mapping out two sections of my 3x3 map, which will complete it. Um, I guess besides Elden Ring, what I've been playing also is a game called Vintage Story with my friend Erevis and Point, whom stream. Not the game. Erevis streams it sometimes, I think. I think she does. It's a fun game. It's like Minecraft, but different. You know her Vintage Story? Yeah, it's a pretty obscure indie game. Um, it's a lot like Don't Starve, I think. If I could put a, if I could make a comparison between the games, like Don't Starve and Minecraft put together. Um, if you ever played mod Terra Firma Craft, which is a mod that came out like years and years ago, like 2016 or 15 or something like that, it's like that mod, um, but better. Hang on just a sec. Okay, I'm back. No, a creeper wouldn't sneak up on me. That's not possible. Um, Vintage Story is a fun game. It's a lot slower than other survival sandbox games. Um, you have to make your tools like by hand, and you get to cook by hand. It's basically like a real life Minecraft simulator. There's like a story, and there's lore, and there's all sorts of things, and they're updating it still. Yeah, look it up. I'm surprised it's not more popular. It's actually pretty fun. And I think it has a lot of promising things going for it. It looks it looks good. Is that what you meant? You misspelled mood. Nobody says mood instead of good. Unless you mean like you're not saying it instead of good, then what does it mean? Oh, like a vibe. I have never heard anyone use mood like that. Is that corner? Okay, I got it. Yeah, it's not a bad looking game. It's actually like the base game itself. I mean, like it looks really good. Like it's like if you took a Minecraft shader and like put it into a game. And I think it's pretty optimized. Like I haven't had any like big FPS drops, and I still have it on high. And they give you all sorts of options too. I'm not sponsored by the dev team. I'm just saying that the game's good. Although if they want me to sell it, I would be happy to. Kidding. I don't need money. If you don't need money, then give it to me. What are you gonna buy? Fucking... I don't know what you do. I left your Discord server because nothing was happening. I'm sorry, but like... Oh, I'll give you the money so you can play GTA more. You can gamble it away. Round the glasses? I would like round the glasses too. Yeah, see, look, I'm right. I'm not incorrect. Oh my god. I used to play GTA with my friends, and they were like, "Yeah, the game's fun." I'm like, "Okay," because I had it for a very long time, just never played it. Um, and they're like, "Yeah, it's fun," and I play it, and like, it's just gambling and grindy bullshit. It's so fun. I disagree. I think there are better games out there. I think you could get like the same social interaction from VR chat. I really do. Like when Point did her VR chat stream and invited me, I had a lot of fun talking to the people. Um, I know I saw some iron here. Yeah, right
Huh?
But as far as like the actual like other gameplay aspects of it, it's not unique. It's not engaging. I don't think it's engaging. I think it's like the opposite. You don't like get anything out of it. Like rewarding, I mean, to do anything. And the servers are shit. Like after over a decade, they haven't made the loading times even close to any other multiplayer game out there, even though they have the money and infrastructure to do it. Like damn near 5 minutes to get into like one game that will last like less than that. You find the grind itself rewarding. This is why I don't trust gay people. They like being abused. Wow, okay, sure. It's true. I'm not wrong. Um, you like being a girl boss? So real. I think if Rockstar played their cards right, they could have made Red Dead Online an actual like successor to GTA Online, but they didn't want to do that because they're cowards. Even though that I thought that Red Dead Online had a much better like concept than GTA Online. And now with GTA 6 coming out, like are they gonna expand on it? Because I don't think there's much more you could do. I mean, they're trying to add everything to the fucking thing. See some emeralds there, but I can't reach it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, Wally. Like GTA Online has a lot of issues. Okay, if okay, I'll compromise. If GTA or excuse me, if Rockstar could fix the loading times, I think that they would get 10 times the amount of players they currently do. I believe that. They're already successful with what they got, but I think that they could make a better model if they just decrease loading times. That's it. That's literally it. And um maybe give people more options to, I guess, customize their multiplayer experience by not just throwing them in with people with those rocket cars that shoot missiles at the front. GTA 6 online will suck. Yeah, it probably will. Um, I'm not gonna get GTA 6. I think like current day AAA titles really do suck. And although I did like Red Dead 2, I thought it was a good game. I just don't have no faith. I have no faith right now. Not because I think things will be woke. I like it when things are woke because being woke is good. It's just that writing sucks right now. Like people don't know how to write anymore. In the sense that like all good writers, have like a sense of like what's happening now and have actually like I don't know, like researched into the struggles of everyday people, like GTA 6 or like GTA titles. I mean, like I feel like they kind of like lost that with GTA 5. Like it didn't feel like a GTA game, but Red Dead felt like an actual like you're like a movie. Um, I'll get in when it's free on Epic in 10 years. Does Epic Games own, or like, do they have a partnership with Rockstar? Red Dead 2 is a very good game. It is. I just wish that they optimized it for Xbox because um, FPS on Xbox Series X sucks a lot. They could do it. Damn. Am I going the right way? Because when I go this way, I go further down. So I need to go this way to get back into it. I think what failed RDR2 Online was GTA Online greed, short card sales. Yeah. Well, it was a lucrative, wasn't it? Like it was very lucrative for Rockstar to just touch into the gambling shit that was happening, or that is happening right now with like kick streamers and shit. It's a model that works very well. Okay, that's not bringing me closer to where I need to go. I need to go back. Minecraft, wow, hi Alex. We were talking about putting you on trial on Twitter. Which, by the way, I have not been. My shadow ban has not been lifted. Yeah, I feel like RDR2 did good with um, RP. Although I do think that GTA Online did it better. I don't know. I just feel like there's more things you could do with that. I'm shadow banned. I don't know how this is like news. Like Death Rabbit here. Like I told them that I was shadow. Actually, it's not. It's not your fault. It's just like I've been shadow banned. You know, and I don't know how it happened. I think. I think it's because I'm too active. I don't think like I had some theories. I had a theory that it was because um I sent the link to my stream one too many times, even though I did it like once. I do it once every time. I don't spam it. Or maybe I'm just too active because I am like really active on Twitter. And I like people's posts as soon as they post them and shit and all that because I don't like wasting time. I do shit like right when it happens, you know? So I think Elon saw that. Or maybe it's because I reply to people too fast and replying to the wrong people, they probably reported me and said like I'm like a bot because I replied too fast. And so Elon probably sniped me because of that. Yeah, it happened like a while ago. Like I'd say like actually I would say it happened after I stopped streaming. It was like unrelated, but like a month ago or so. Yeah, they probably bot jacketed me. Which I mean it makes sense. I mean, I'm very consistent with my arguments. I don't switch up anything. So like a right winger seeing that they get intimidated. And they're like, "Oh, uh this person's making me upset because they're not taking the bait." Yeah, you can't check my posts apparently. Like people can see my shit on the timeline. Like some people are getting reached, but like certain people can't see my replies. And it sucks because like I've had this account since 2012 and it's like I don't know, it means a lot to me, you know, cuz I've never been banned. Although I was suspended one time when I changed my birthday because I put in the wrong birthday and Twitter was like, "Oh, you put in the wrong birthday, bitch." And I was like, "Okay, well fuck you cuz I'm actually this age." I can see them, but then when I click it, it hides it. Yeah. Like, what's the point of it anyway? Like, what is the point of that? Like, what does it solve? Like, if someone was actually like guilty of the crimes that this function is supposed to abbreviate or alleviate, excuse me, like, what's the actual goal? Is it just like take away engagement from those types of people? I don't know because like they can still post, you know. If I try contacting Twitter, I think I would probably get my account banned because I'm a very leftist person, and every person at XHQ are like super duper yes men for Elon, and they suck his dick every day. So it's like if I try contacting them and saying like, "Hey, can you take this shadow ban?" And also, by the way, apparently I've looked this up. By the way, this is not I'm not the only person this has happened to. Um, this specific thing has happened to other people and they've tried contacting Twitter and every answer they've gotten is either no answer or the people that they got in contact with just deny that this function even exists. Like these punishments don't exist to Twitter. So it's like they have it, but they don't want to acknowledge that it exists. And I think that's bad. Shift engagement, maybe? Posters still reads. What's going on? Yeah, like I could try. Just stop replying to right wingers and shit, but I like doing that because they get mad at me and I like that. Um, although I should get in the habit of just blocking people. Like when I see someone like say heinous shit on Twitter, I either reply to them, or what I should do is block them, because you know, free dopamine. Yeah, like I get okay. In reality, though, you really don't get anything out of it when you do that. Um, like if they're bad at arguing, maybe. Like if they're a really stupid person that you can just stick your toes in, like in their mouth. I mean, pause. I don't know why I use that metaphor or analogy. I don't know. Listen, I like dominating people. It's just a reflex to me. Um, and I will dominate every conservative until they stop being conservative. So yeah, I don't know. It's not a big issue because I'm not banned yet, but when I will get banned, I feel like I will probably. Yeah, see, Alex appreciates me. But yeah, so you're being put on trial, Alex, for crimes. I don't know what crimes you committed, but you broke the law. You broke the law. You have to delete your tweets? Why? What happened? Who did you piss off? Oh, I thought you were being for real, for real. I thought you got Elon sniped. No, it's just a meme. Okay. Yeah, delete all your tweets. Preferably about bananas, because I think I think you have a change of heart, friend. Don't check your recent retweets of Oak. I think I will. I'm gonna check them right now. Um, let's see. Okay. Well, um, listen, I think the verdict. Listen, I'll let the jury decide. Like, I mean, I'm looking at these. I'm not your defense lawyer. I'm just saying that you maybe. I don't know. I'll give you advice. Just watch your back. You know. I feel like there's a lot more villages in the game now. Ooh. my god, please. So yeah, that's where I've been. I mean, it's just like I like how I'm getting into this other conversation that happened like 10 minutes ago. That's funny. Um, yeah. I'm trying to think what else I did. Yeah, I deleted Mortal Kombat because I don't know. Okay, it was fun. Don't get me wrong. Like I played it. I mastered Havoc, and I think I mastered Sub-Zero. I'm not too sure if I did. Um, but I understood that the game overall just isn't fun. Like I get there's people out there who enjoy like the competition, but I'm like, I already have a game that I'm very competitive in, and that's Apex, and I'm good at that. Mortal Kombat, while I can be good if I put in the time, and certainly there are people who are worse than me that I beat the fuck out of, by the way. Um, I think that it's just not engaging overall. So yeah. Mortal Kombat's point. High point, high point. How's the editing going? I was talking about VR chat earlier with Rabbit. I don't know if she's still here. Oh my god. Please. Oh, you're editing the VR chat moments? Okay, that's a good coincidence. Ain't that a quinky dink? See, I can speak your language as a fellow white. This isn't Elder. Hi, um, I was gonna say your real name, but I'm not gonna say it. Uh, this is my friend Irish point in the chat. I'm currently mapping out my world right now. This is an Elder Scrolls 6. It might as well be. I mean, okay. I have a feeling that Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be really bad. That's not controversial, but I think it's gonna be shit. Um, Starfield wasn't good. It was probably the worst game that Bethesda ever made. Um, beyond, okay, Oblivion was good, but something about I don't know. And then Skyrim itself is boring. And people fix. Okay, anyways, I think Elder Scrolls 6 is gonna be bad. It's gonna be really bad. But yeah. What are you talking about? Oh, hi, Erebus. Point, stop talking about your wife. You talk about your wife a lot, Point. Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? The cute cat people, the Khajiit. Yeah, the Khajiit. They are cute. And they do drugs, they're based. Skooma, yeah. I should play Skyrim on stream. What do you think, y'all? I have it. I should play it on stream and rave about how bad it is. You're a that makes sense, Rabbit. Yeah, I know you're a skooma addict. When you play GTA, so. Oh, Airways, you're talking about white culture? Yeah. All white people instinctively know how to do that Christian Bale dance in American Psycho. Don't do Oblivion on... Actually, no. Do Oblivion on stream and then have your dreams crushed when you figure out that there's a... Like, a really low, difficulty ceiling that makes it hard for newcomers to actually engage with the game. What is American Psycho? Okay, Alex, I know you. You don't look at media, so I'm gonna ask you, watch it. It's like okay, it's an American classic, I think. It's a movie about class consciousness, I feel. I'm not being ironic. I'm being unironic. It's a movie about how rich people can get away with bad things. A terrible movie everyone missed the point of. Okay, Aravis, we get it. How is it bad? It's not bad. I think, okay, it's not terrible. Oh, terrible isn't terrifying. Okay. What sort of classic? Okay, think of like Finding Nemo type of classic. Like household name type of classic. Like Toy Story type of classic. Like, trying to think, like Halloween type of classic. Or Nightmare on Elm Street type of classic. Fight Club? I haven't watched Fight Club, but like, yeah. Finding Nemo is not a classic to you? Okay, maybe not Nemo, but definitely Toy Story is a classic. That was like revolutionary in terms of like animation. How dare you say that? Oh my god, now I'm gonna die to a fucking skeleton. American Psycho is one of the gayest movies of all time. True! I agree. Oh, you mean like it's not a classic like those? It is, I think. It just has so many moments. Like there's so many moments in the movie that are so memeable that once you see it once, you understand like you understand more about meme culture. It's one of those movies. It's like one of the movies that people like quote and like reference to when talking about like other types of media. It's a movie about how Patrick Bateman is a closet gay man. That is a subplot that I was interested in. Like I thought they were gonna go more into it, but they didn't. They should have, but it was the 90s, right? So they didn't go into it. They would have though if it was made today. But okay, don't make that like a thing that dissuades you. It's not like an old movie that you can't watch, you can't relate to. It is actually very relatable. It's a timeless movie. It's like one of the movies you could watch like 30 years from now and it will still be relevant today. I think my only like negative thing about the movie is the ending, which I feel was kind of like, I don't know, it felt like they were trying to go a direction that they kind of like fell short on, but I think that what makes the movie like unique, because the movie wouldn't be what it is without the ending. So whatever. Is Patrick Bateman famous? I don't think he is. Like, people don't know him. Like, that's one of their main critiques about the movie, right? That rich people are all the same and that they're like, yeah, they have a name and they have like status, but that means literally nothing when all the people that you surround yourself with are just like you and they're interchangeable. Yes, Erebus, that's exactly right. I would think. Like, if the movie was made today, Bateman would be a crypto guy. He would 100% be like that. Because if I remember correctly, like, what he actually, like, what his job is, even though he doesn't really work, I think he works as, like a real estate guy, I think. He's like Trump in a lot of ways, I think. Like, think of, like, a young Donald Trump. That is what Bateman is, like, satirized, like, his character, I mean. That's what he is. Yeah, Bateman's a character. He's played by Christian Bale, who also played Batman. Funnily enough. Hot. He's hot in the movie, by the way. He's like super hot. I'm not gonna argue with y'all, but Christian Bale he's a hot guy. But but like his attractiveness means something in the movie as well. So I think like they made a good choice casting him. Didn't he play Cheney? I don't know. Probably. I would. Yeah, Rabbit knows. Um. Yeah. So go watch it. It's a good watch. And as a leftist, you'll appreciate it, I think. And you get to be cool with all your friends. It bananas, I'm not cool, that's my thing. Well, you can change, you know, it's not too late. It's one of those litmus test films like Fight Club or Full Metal Jacket. I've I've only seen clips of Full Metal Jacket, and I actually haven't seen anything of Fight Club, to be honest. I really should watch it, though. Both of them. Because I feel like the more time goes on, like these films become more relevant. In my opinion, they become more relevant to like the the plights of young men today. Like you see the memes of like Patrick Bateman, like his demeanor, his stare, and it's lauded by young men and like manosphere types because he's like this quiet, rich, famous guy who doesn't let things get to him because in their mind they think because he's calm and collected because that's what he's learned as like a man. But no, he's learned that because it's his way of escaping the terrible things that he does. Not that what he believes. He believes in nothing. He's like a husk. He has no personality because all his personality is just a mirror of what he wants people to see. He puts on masks every day, and as the line goes, when you take it away, there's nothing. So, yeah. I've heard people don't change after they turn 20. That's true. That's true. Even though that, yeah, it's true. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've always been 130 pounds. So many of these older films are a good case. Uh, excuse me, are a good case study of capitalism's ability to recuperate shit like Dear God. Yeah, and that's the funny thing about those older films like Full Metal Jacket, um, and American Psycho, is that like they speak on things that are still relevant today because the topics they speak on really are um like timeless issues because of the paradigm we live in. And the way that people read them comes across as like kind of sad because most people don't get the message all that much from those movies. They kind of like push it to the side because they don't want to, realize the truth of what's being spoken. Like you could show 100 people American Psycho and they would just get away with the theme that the movie was just about. Um, a guy who I guess just didn't um have any self control. He needed help. That's like the face of it. There's a deeper thing always within it that you have to read, and it's not like not all pieces of media should hold your hand. And it's like okay, this gets into like one of my main things. Oh, you just guy with mental disorder, GG easy, yeah. It's like I saw this on Twitter. People were talking about Fallout and BioShock, how these uh pieces of media were um criticisms of capitalism, and Tim Kaine, the original, I think he was the director of the original Fallout, he said that the point wasn't about capitalism, and that it was about, the uh I guess the facets of human nature and how I guess it's inevitable that people will fall into war because war never changes. But it's like I don't even think he believes that. Because otherwise, he wouldn't say that there would be other things. He said this in the article. He said that there wouldn't be, like, he said there are other things people could get from it and that they're all valid, like these things people come up with. And I think it's like, I don't know, it's kind of dishonest. And I think that you're kind of doing an irresponsible thing by just saying that there is a one, like just giving your perspective and saying that there may be others, but they're all valid, but here's the one that you must look for. And people saw his own personal vision of Fallout, and they just came away with, okay, well, it's just like this. But it's like, no, like there's a deeper meaning behind everything in Fallout, and certainly with BioShock. Oh my god. I could have died right there. But yeah. I'm not gonna get into a Fallout rant because if I get into a rant about Fallout and BioShock, we would literally be here like for 4 hours. Like I would never stop talking about it. But just so y'all know, BioShock and Fallout are certainly like one of the biggest pieces of media that critiques capitalism. Not just like the modern day Bethesda Fallout. Certainly back then they critiqued it as well. I guarantee it. I haven't played them, but I guarantee they did. Otherwise, Bethesda wouldn't write their stories the way they are now. You could say the Fallout rant. Wait, you could say the Fallout from the rant would be bad. Okay. Now I see why you don't have friends, Alex. I'm kidding. I like you. Okay, but like, if not Fallout, fucking BioShock. Like, the one game that, like... This is just sure there's also multiple people responsible for those narratives. Not okay for one person to make a statement and like that. Yeah. Well, it's like, okay, he did this thing that all liberals do, or centrists, I guess, that they give their perspective and then they, like, have to give a clarifying statement that all perspectives are valid and that they all play into, like, the overall theme. It's a whole thing. Yeah. And people take that and they expand. Like, for BioShock, this is a game that's set in a city that was made by a capitalist whose entire vision of Rapture was to be a city where there was no regulation, where people could do anything as they choose, where the government wouldn't have to impede on them because the government doesn't exist because, well, I mean, he would say this in whispers, but he is the government, but people of Rapture didn't know that. And certainly they didn't know that they were being experimented on, or that they would be part of a bigger conspiracy with Adam. Like, and all of it was for the profit of one man who ended up surviving in the end while his city crumbled around him. And all people get out of that is that it was human nature. Like, come on. Like, this is what I mean when I say that people on the right don't have any media literacy. They can't read. They actually can't read. Or at the very least, like, they can't see past their own biases in favor of getting at a deeper meaning in a story. And it impedes their progress, I think. I mean, that's literally what, like, a conservative, like, is... That's what they do. They impede progress, but you see it when, like, you know, like, it's in real time. Yeah, the objectiveness of it. Yeah, exactly. Like, they think everything has to have, like, an objective meaning in the sense that, like, there can't be, like, a deeper, because I believe personally that anyone can get anything from a story, but there's always, like, a overall deeper meaning. And this has to do with capitalism as a whole. Like, even, like, this rant I'm going on has to deal, like its entire premise is about capitalism itself, because people wouldn't write the way they do were it not for capitalism. It's at the root of it all. And even if the person who's writing it doesn't realize it, it's still there. Because most people, I think, write about class struggle a lot. And I can go on a whole thing about how, like, villainy is, like, a part of class struggle and how villains are actually, like, not good, but, like, it's a part of a bigger symptom of capitalism. It's the whole thing. I think Emplemon had a video on it. Sympathy for a Villain, I think the name of the video was called. I don't like Emplemon because I think he's a dumbass, but, like, he had a good video about it. He did. Sincerely, I think he did. Yeah. Oh, and his video American Psychos is a good one too. Watch that one. Like, that's an example of someone who may have views that are not like mine, but can still get to, like, the deeper meaning of these stories. That's like the main thing I'm trying to get at. I thought about this the other day, actually, and I was, like, thinking to myself, I should become an English teacher. But I forgot that, like, I could not deal with children. I couldn't. I think I would rip my hair out if I had to deal with teenagers. Because like teenagers, I mean teenagers because I would, like, if not for children, like, I would I would rather teach teens than children because I think that, I don't know. But even still, because I know how it was for my English teachers back then. Rabbit, what did you just post in the chat? What is that? Are you trying to hack me? It's okay, you can hack me. I have no money. You'll never get my savings account numbers. Ignore that? Alright. What is that, by the way? It's a URL. It's several of them. Oh yeah, so like I respect English teachers a lot. I do. I think a good English teacher could get any person to care about what they're consuming. Like I think that's like the main goal, I think, of teaching somebody English is to get someone to care about that. And I'm grateful for having teachers that were good at their job and got me to care about it. It's some Discord thing my friend asked me to test. Okay. Is it like a link to Discord via Twitch or what? Oh, okay. I wish that platforms could do cross emojis. I wish they could do that. I think that's what I think that's what Twitch deserves. I think that all platforms deserve. You know, I don't like this idea that we need to have extensions to use certain emotes. I think they should all be universal. No, it's okay, Rabbit. Anything to break me out of my rants is good. Oh, shit. Oh, I've been playing Apex. That was the other thing I was playing while I was gone. The new season's okay. I think that they're bigger issues at hand in Apex right now. Cheating is a thing. I mean, it's always been a thing in Apex. And most FPS games have this issue, but like Apex has like an especially bad cheating community. Like it's gotten to the point where like playing on PC is not even an option anymore for some people because it's so bad. And beyond that, like servers are trash. Where am I? I think my house is over the map. I did bring the map though. Yeah. But yeah, been playing that. Got my first 20 kill badge. That was Pog. They had a good game mode with the limited time game mode they had. Then they got rid of it because they're cowards. But right now I haven't played too much of it because like I'll jump into a server and like the ping will just skyrocket to the point where I can't even play. And it's not because my internet's bad. It isn't. It's just that like you know it happens sometimes. This is the path, isn't it? Yeah, this is the path. Okay, bye Erebus. Thanks for watching. Need to make a copy of this one. I don't know what these unknown maps are. I think they're just like... I have no idea. I'll just put them in here. Okay. So... we need to get this corner now. So for that we need this map, which is map 2. Okay. That's it. So we need to go to the right of this river. I don't think I showed you all the stables after I finished it. I ended up doing a red roof like that. That's probably why, yeah, I did it for us. I grew mangrove trees. That's why I did it. I forgot. I forgot. I think once I'm done with Elden Ring, I should start streaming Apex again. So y'all can see how bad I am. But it'll be a while because going through the lore of Elden Ring with y'all will take a very long time. Because if any of you've seen my 3 videos on the DLC, yeah, yikes. Like, I don't know anything about streaming now, but back then I didn't. Now I'm kind of more comfortable with where I'm at. Okay, so this next part of the map will go over I'm thinking it goes over the mountain part where I set up that mine. And the archaeology side as well. Yeah, this is the archaeology site right there. Wasn't that a banger when I did that? That was epic. Need to mine this obsidian. Okay. Oh yeah, so last time I streamed, I think I talked about the bundles that they were gonna start working on in Minecraft, and I looked at the I looked at this one YouTube channel, Exumavoid, and he went over it. Um, and to me, it just seems like the bundles are just again being pushed to the side by Mojang for no other reason than because they don't know how to get it to work. Because the bundles are still in the experimental tab, which pretty much labels them as like features that are probably not gonna make it into the final cut of the game. And I say that because they've had the um the combat update, like the well, not the combat update, but like the experimental combat updates they're making that have been there since like 20, gosh, I mean like 2017, I feel like at this point. Could be much longer than that. So with the bundles in the experiment tab, it just doesn't strike me as like they're making this a priority as they were making it out to be on their Instagram and their Twitter. Like I just wish that they'd be more honest about like the shortcomings they've come across while developing this game, you know? Like they're a multi-billion dollar company alone, you know, not just with Microsoft but themselves at this point. Like there's no need for them to be like embarrassed. Like I find it funny, you know? I find it a little bit funny because and I talked about this earlier, but I played Vintage Story and they have a system in place where like you can expand your inventory, and like Mojang hasn't tried that at all. I mean, they tried it with shulker boxes, but they haven't really tried it with like the inventory itself being modified by anything. And this is like the only thing I could think of, like they're actually trying to do that. Because the last time the inventory itself got an update was with the recipe book. And that was, seems like 5 years ago, you know? It's just sad. Like, I think of it as sad more than anything. So when I finish this part of the map, I think I'll head out. A little bit of a shorter stream on my return, but yeah, you know how it is. Or you don't. I don't know. Short streams are fun, and so are long streams. True. Like, I say that, you know, but it's like, I won't watch a person play Elden Ring on stream myself, but I'll watch like a 2-hour iceberg video about like a YouTube channel. Because I have like, I have issues, okay? Gosh, I love iceberg videos. They're my guilty pleasure, I think. If I knew how to edit, I would make one. I make it about point. I think she'd appreciate that. Actually, what I should do is make an iceberg video about the steak thread. It'd be easier to research, I think. Oh, now that I think about it, that might have been why their system tagged me. Because of the steak thread. It could have been that. I should leave the steak thread. See if it'll work. I haven't interacted with it in a while. For those at home who don't know, that the steak thread is a Twitter thread on, well, Twitter, that's about steak. There's no way it was a steak thread. That sounds like steak thread apology to me. So yeah, if you want to go down a rabbit hole, guys, just look up the word steak thread on Twitter, and you'll find it. About steak, yeah. Okay, it's about steak. Don't lie. It may get off track sometimes, but it always ends up back at steak. You know, it's like the inevitability of like the world and entropy. It's like steak. You know. It's like Thanos. Destiny still rise. You know. Except it's steak. It's nominally about steak. Only a nerd would say nominally. Nominally. I am a nerd, yeah, I know. That's why I said it. I mean, you kind of have to be a nerd to be in the steak thread. That's not true. There are plenty of non-nerds in the steak thread. I couldn't name them, but I was thinking about a name. Like, who could I name as not a nerd, but I can't name them right now. Name one? Well, I have to look, and I don't want to. Because if I open the steak thread, I'll, like, never get out. You know, like, if I enter it, it'll swallow me whole, like a black hole. Maybe Soup is a nerd? Yeah, well, Soup is... Yeah, I guess. I haven't seen many of their posts in a while. I was kind of out of the loop on Twitter for a week because I left it. I'm curious as to how things changed. Creeper. Yeah, I left Twitter for a week because I was shadow banned, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll leave Twitter and see if it'll fix itself, and it never did. Yeah, damn. I kind of wish it did work though, because if it did, I could like sell it, you know, because I'm a dirty capitalist. Um, a capitalist can't stand us. Yeah. Have you noticed, like on Twitter, like you get recommended, not even recommended, you just get tweets from like on your feed. I mean, you get tweets from like really right wing people, like actual neo Nazis on Twitter. Like you know the type, you know, like they have the red profile with the glowing blue eyes. I get those tweets all the time, and like everything they say is like hyper fascist or racist or sexist, and it's like, who wants this? Who sees this? Who's subscribing to this? And I look into um like their like the people who retweet it and comment, and it's all like they're all losers, you know? Yeah. I mainly get the ones about gaming because I'm a gamer. So I get the ones about like how gaming is crumbling and how there's these new games that are coming out that are breaking the industry because they go against the system. It's like, come on. Like that new game, Black Myth Wukong, which has been getting pretty good reviews by the way. I should see more content about that, but apparently uh the dev team on that game sent out like an email to people saying they shouldn't talk about like feminist politics and like woke politics in their reviews and shit. And I saw that and I was like, okay, that's kind of strange. But all the fascists saw that and they were like, this means that the dev team is anti woke and they aren't gonna be taken apart by the woke mob. And it's like, no. Like number one, it's it's a Chinese dev team. Number one, and number two, um, the game is centered around Journey to the West, I think. So it's something that they would have to like write about um accurately to like the legend. So for them to send out a letter, they like don't talk about politics in this. To me, just sounds like a longer version of like this story is written accurately. It may not be representative of what we believe. Yada yada. You've seen those. You see those in like old Looney Tunes shows that come out on like Cartoon Network now. They give a discretion that these cartoons were made from a different time. That's what it struck me as, personally. But as for like the game itself, what I've seen doesn't look too interesting. Art direction looks fantastic. It's just that the gameplay doesn't look that good. Like it reminds me of God of War, personally. Like I don't like God of War combat at all. I think it's like the most boring shit ever. Like it reminds me of like the Avengers game combat system, which is boring. Which uh yeah. Oh, he dropped the potato. God, I'm so thirsty. I keep talking. Fuck. Why? This is the edge of my exploration, I think. I don't think I've seen too much of this area. Um, I was thinking about another topic I could speak on. But I think I'll save that topic for another day. I was going to talk about the looks maxing community. I think it's probably the most damaging thing out there. To not only like young men, but like everyone. Like what doesn't get spoken on a lot about is like the effects it has on women and their own communities. But I'll speak on that like probably next stream. The looks maxing community, Alex, you don't know what that is? It's the community where people mew for a living. You know? They maximize their looks. Really, it's just oh my god, you're gonna get me on the rant now. It's really a community that just judges each other, and it can get into it can touch upon people's eating disorders, self-image issues, but like to a very high degree. I don't know much about you don't know much about anything, Alex, except for like real life things. You're like a boomer or like an adult. You're the most terminally offline person I know. A boomer, yeah. You're terminally I don't believe that you're terminally online, Alex. I think you're like the opposite of that. Because if you were, you would know like number one, you would know all the memes. Number two, you would know the origins of those memes, and you don't know that. Like American Psycho has so many memes. Like, oh my god. Like that's why I watched the movie, so I could get the memes. You spend your whole time online? I don't believe you. You seem like the most adjusted person. Like, I couldn't get on a bus or a train. If I had a train. Yeah, like you go out and stuff. Like you seem like the type of person that would go out to eat sushi by yourself. And I respect that. What? Is that a misjudge of character? It seems accurate. Or do you not like sushi? Um... See, I was right. You went out to get Katsu by yourself. See, I was right. I'm not wrong. I know people. God, I want Katsu. I'm like Panj, I don't like food. Panj doesn't like food? Well, I know why you don't, because you have the tism, but okay. Real. Also not very well adjusted. Oh, that's like Gabe or Oak. Okay, well, Gabe I can understand because Gabe is like, I don't know, he has a life. Gabe is like, he's like, I don't know. Gabe is Gabe. Oak, Oak is just, I don't know, Oak is an elusive fellow to me. I don't understand Oak that much. The whole steak thread is like, hey, do you like this food? And Panch is like, no. I guess so. Like half the time when I think about Gabe, I think of him as like married, even though he's not. Like I know, like they're not married, but like every time I've been in call with Gabe maybe once, and they came across as like, I don't know, like well adjusted. There's a reason Acer called them Food Hitler. Real. True. Yeah, Gabe could be the only anarchist to get married, I feel. That was a joke, by the way. Wait, hang on. Breaking Bad reference. I would rewatch Breaking Bad if it wasn't so fucking long. Like, I know it's shorter than Game of Thrones, but still. I've heard of that show, yeah. You've actually seen a little bit of it. Oh my god. And you didn't get hooked? I'm surprised. I'm surprised you didn't get hooked. That's wow. You are strong, young grasshopper. I got hooked, then I got bored because shows are not that are not the Owl House don't keep my attention. Wow, okay. So you're telling me that if Wizards of Waverly Place got renewed for another season, you would watch it? And you haven't even finished the Owl House because you're worried the last season will emotionally break me? It wasn't that emotionally breaking. Wizards of Waverly... Okay, you don't... Okay. Wizards of Waverly Place was the original Owl House. It had Selena Gomez in it. And I remember it fondly because not only was it a show about wizards, it was also um the show that got Selena Gomez to make a cameo in Wizard 101, which was a wizard MMO that came out like in 2008. And it was like a big thing because it was a big thing. It was a big thing, okay? God. It's live action. It was okay. It wasn't good, but it was fun. It was like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody type of fun. I'm pretty sure all those shows were directed by the same guy because yeah, it's kind of how things were back then, like Dan Schneider type people. Who is even Selena Gomez? Are you kidding me? You don't know who Selena Gomez is? She's like one of the biggest like child actors of like the early 2000s. That's surprising. That is actually really surprising. You don't know who she is. She she did I don't fuck man. She did so many shows like gosh. I need to look them up because like it's been a while. But like once I look them up I'll remember because I'm old. She was in Barney, that's right, she was in Barney, she was in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody and uh the show that came after, Sweet Life on Deck. She was basically part of like Disney as a whole. Um she's a pop star for one also. Like she does music. Um Teen Choice. Like yeah, she did all these things. I'm surprised you don't know who she is. You definitely heard of her, but nothing more? Okay, well, okay. She was like, okay, this might sound funny, but she was like the Latina Hannah Montana, you know? She was the Hannah Montana of Mexicans back then. Which is very funny now that I think about it, because like that was the only like the last time I should say that Disney actually cared about Hispanic voices. Because like after Coco, it was downhill from there. Like I know maybe the same amount about two of them, something about music and Disney, and that's it. I I wish I could be as ignorant as you. Like I wonder what I would fill my mind with if I didn't have these bits of information. Like if I didn't know these like little factoids, I could probably finally finish my music project. Like, you know? I fill my mind with bunnies and twinks and anarchy. That is so real. God. There's a gay joke in there somewhere. Something something filling a twink. I don't know. Speaking of twinks, I get annoyed by like twink leftists on Twitter a lot. Like I feel like half the time they're either like super based or like super lib, you know? I just have that like sneaking feeling in the back of my mind every time I look at an account of one of them. One of them. This is why twinks need to be executed? Okay, that's a little bit extreme. See, these are the crimes we were talking about earlier, Alex. The trial that you're gonna be going on. You know? Like, these crimes can't go, unaccounted for. Hey, not even free rabbits get free speech. I don't think so. Liberal. Anyways, uh, we're finally home. And bam, look at that. Full map in all of its glory. Half of it, actually more than half of it is snow, but that's okay. What's interesting is that there's this little tiny pocket, actually two of them, of just regular taiga. Wonder why that is. Get math rolled? Yeah. What's interesting is that, like, every time I make a map, it's always, like, down here is the swamp and the savannah and the jungle, you know? Like, it's never, like, I never spawn in a, well, I do spawn in savannas, but I never spawn in, like, proper worlds that have, like, a lot of variety to them. It might be because the seed I used, like, skewed it. I'm using the seed at Point Sock, by the way. Um, anyways, uh, thank you. Oh, thank y'all for watching. Uh, next stream will be much sooner. I think next time will probably be either mining stream or whatever. But eventually I want to get the south part right here mapped out. Eventually I want to make this entire wall a map. So that'll be a long-term project. So if you enjoyed the stream, subscribe, follow, like, maybe even comment, perhaps. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. Bye, chat. Bye, Alex. Go see American Psycho. Alright. Bye.